In this blues guitar video, we're going to go over the difference between blues shuffle and blues rock. Are you ready? Come on, let's dive in. Welcome to Rock Like the Pros. I'm Terry Carter, and this series here, this little blues series, is one, just getting you involved with the blues right here on the guitar. But two, also getting us ready for the free blues workshop that I got. We're going to put a link to that below. Go ahead and sign up for that. Space is limited, so I want to make sure that you get in for that workshop. This is going to talk about the blues shuffle. And if you're unclear about the blues shuffle, it's something more like this. And if you don't know that, the video I did right before this one talks all about that blues shuffle versus blues rock. A la guys like Chuck Berry. All right. If you're new to the channel, help me out. Subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell notification, and then if you're digging what we're doing right here, digging the energy, digging the vibe, even if you're just digging this guitar, leave a comment below, smash that like button, and make sure to share this video. All right. I've talked about this before. The blues is the foundation, the most important thing that you need to know as a guitar player, because besides the blues just being cool, besides you being able to go anywhere in the world and play blues with somebody, it is that foundation that led us from R&B, rhythm and blues, around, the 50s to blues rock or rock and roll. That came out in the 50s. Great guys like Elvis and Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis. So it's really, really important to understand this. So I want to talk about this blues shuffle, how they took that and made it blues rock. All right, so it's really not that hard, but it's something you need to know. This first thing here, and I'm not going to show you that. Hopefully you got it. If not, there is a video I did before this talking all about that blues shuffle. But that is what we call swing eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. In a nutshell, I can just explain this really fast. What you're talking about is two notes that aren't equally rhythmically the same. Okay, so you're talking about a longer note and shorter note. So it's long, short, long, short, long, short, long. The way we do that is with what we call triplets, okay? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Now, if you just take out that middle note, 1 triplet, so you take out the trip, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. That's it. That's swing in a nutshell. Probably, what was that, under 30 seconds? Now, that was your early blues stuff. Okay, anything from your Delta blues, Robert Johnson, Muddy Waters, T-Bone Walker. I mean, that's your traditional. Where's my volume? By the way, I do have a Marshall 1970 100-watt super bass over there, and I just turned it down a little bit because this P90 is a little noisy, so I'm trying to turn it down when I'm talking. But anyway, that is just your 3 and 4. And so forth. Now, what we want to talk about today is how do we get from that to what Chuck Berry was doing in the 50s with rock and roll. By the way, we're going to play with the killer backing track at the end. All right, take the same thing we're doing. Matter of fact, you don't even have to change the pattern. I did there a little bit. Just do the same pattern as. Just do that. 0, 2, 0, 2 twice. 0, 4, 0, 4. And that's on strings 5 and 4 there. Okay, so that's your shuffle, right? Now, instead of playing a shuffle, make it even. What that means is now every note gets the same rhythmic, which is just solid eighth notes, which is equal. So it's going to be even, which is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3. So you're taking that chord note, you're simply dividing it equally in half. And you're just going to be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's it. That is straight. That's rock. Okay, so they took, again, this swing pattern we talked about, this 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, four triplet. They made it straight. When I mean they, I'm talking about the early rock and roll guys, as we mentioned already, especially Chuck Berry, since he was really the foundation, the pioneer, the godfather of rock and roll on the guitar here especially. And they made it even. Now, what else did they do? They sped it up. Okay, so a lot of the blues were kind of slow. So Chuck Berry maybe even faster. They made it faster. So that's one thing. They made it a little bit more driving, a little bit more fun for the teenagers at the time that were rebelling against their parents' style of music, and they sped it up. So that was one thing he did. What else did he do? Okay, he took kind of sad, depressing blues lyrics, and they made them fun. Talking about partying, talking about cars, talking about girls, talking about boys, talking about love, that kind of stuff to make it more fun, like a funner, lighter atmosphere than some of the blues topics that were being sung about at the time. And then a lot of it moving it to the electric guitar. Okay, so really those things were the only difference because it was still the 12-bar blues that they were doing. All right, to play this blues rock, all right, we're going to do the same thing again. If you missed the last lesson on shuffle, I'll put a link to that below, but you do definitely want to check that out. And then if you're liking this stuff, make sure to sign up for the free blues workshop that we got. All right, so you're going to just start this. You're going to do A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that's just a real simple pattern. Matter of fact, it's the exact pattern we did in the last lesson. Then you're just going to quick change it down to the D chord. It's like third string, open fourth string. Back to the 1 chord to A chord for 2 measures. And 1. Moving on, measures 5 and 6, back to the D chord. Back to the 1 chord for measure 7, 8. If you want to add a little palm mute to it, you can totally do that as well. No, so you don't have to add the slide, but it does sound cool. All right, the last 4 bars, it's just going to be a little different now, okay? Because just like something like Chuck Berry did on songs like Johnny Be Good, is he just stayed on the E chord, open 6, 5th string, 2nd fret. He just stayed on that for 2 bars, so measures 9 and 10. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then he goes back to the 1 chord, or I'm going back to the 1 chord. Now I'm going to do something really cool here at the end. Instead of just staying on the 1 chord, like you see a lot of times, I'm going to do this. This side, the cool little slide, so it's going to be, this is bar 12, by the way. A chord for twice, and I'm going to slide up here to the 6th fret, 6 and 8 on strings 5 and 4, and I'm going to slide it up to 7 and 9. So that's E flat up to E, so it's, and then go back to the top, because that's bar 12, repeat it over again, or just stop on the A chord again. So if we went over the last 4 bars, here we go, 3 and 2, 3. Here we go, and all right, and that's blues rock for you. All right, we're going to do it with the backing track here in a second. What do you think? Cool, right? Blues shuffle, blues rock, okay, and this is really the biggest transition to rock and roll. All right, let me bring in the killer backing track, and let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, how did you do? Leave a comment below, 1 to 5, 1 meaning you need more work, but you're digging it. Okay, nothing below 1. 5 meaning crushed it, got it, no problem. Let's do this. I want to learn more. So either way, if you're ready for the next step, my beginning blues mastery course, that's where you want to go. Uke Like the Pros. That's my ukulele channel, rocklikethepros.com. I got this brand new course. You're going to love it if you want to get into the blues more. Talk about this kind of stuff, shuffle blues, rock blues, soloing, scales, all that kind of stuff. That's my beginning blues mastery course. So rocklikethepros.com. That's going to do it. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you got some value. I appreciate you subscribing, leaving a comment, smashing the like button, and sharing this video. So if you wanted to connect with us, you know how to do it. Sign up for the workshop, rocklikethepros.com, and that's going to do it. I'm out of here. Take care, and we'll see you next time.